There is beauty in being a child of parents who think nothing you do is good enough. Growing up, nothing I did was good enough. It didn't matter how well I was doing in school. It didn't matter what hobbies I had. It didn't matter what type of friends I had. And I still feel like that to this day. In my mum's defense, my mum had a crappy childhood. Nothing she did was good enough for her parents either. She had a terrible childhood, which I won't go into because it's her business, but it really wasn't a good childhood. Both her parents weren't good people. And it affected how she was a parent. If she'd had a different childhood, I know she would have been a better parent. And I love my mum. But to this day, as an adult, I still don't feel that anything I do is good enough or will ever be good enough. No matter how much money I earn, it won't be enough. No matter what job I have, it won't be ambitious enough. My achievements will never be enough. But there is beauty in that. I didn't see the beauty for a long time. For a long time, it was very hurtful. It made me feel rejected, unloved, unwanted. But the beauty in it that I've learned over the years is when nothing you do is good enough for a parent, you can do whatever you want. It's so freeing. And I don't want to bring my sisters into it because it's their business, but I know I have this sort of freedom that they don't have. I no longer conform to meet my mother's expectations, which will never be met. I will never meet her expectations. I had to accept that, but I love that because I can do whatever I want. I can do any job I want and not worry about what she thinks because I know it won't be good enough anyway. It's a very sad thing to accept, but it is a necessary thing. When you grow up with parents like that, it is necessary because otherwise your whole life you will feel like shit. Your whole life you will constantly be trying to reach this pedestal that they want to put you on and you'll never reach it. So if you do have parents or just one parent or your caregiver, whoever that is, if nothing you do is good enough for them, see it as a blessing. See it as permission to yourself to do whatever you want. You might as well, because if you do what they want, it still won't be good enough. It won't be. And if it is good enough, it'll only be good enough until they think of the next thing they want you to do. See the beauty in it. Do whatever you want. Just accept that it's their issue. They're projecting onto you. A lot of the time, parents that are like that are parents who never felt like they met their own parents' expectations. These are parents who never felt good enough themselves as children, and now they're projecting it onto their own children. Is it right? No. Of course not. But you, the child or young adult, like I'm not a child anymore. I'm an adult, but I still get it from my mum. I still get this feeling of whatever I do is not good enough. But I kind of love it now. I kind of love it. It's so freeing. I don't have to meet, whereas like I said, my sisters, they're still trying to reach this sort of pedestal that I know they're never going to reach. They'll never do it. And one of them in particular is not doing what she wants in life. I know for a fact she's not doing what she wants in life, but she's doing it because she's seeking our mother's approval. Approval she'll never get. And I don't think she's realised that yet. And me telling her is useless. I've tried, it doesn't work. So I just tell it to myself. It's made me do what I want and not worry about what she thinks or what anyone thinks. So please, 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 if you have parents like that, please do what you want. Don't worry about what they think. Like I said, it's projection, projection, projection. Feel sorry for them and just do what you want. Do what they could never do. They could never be themselves. They could never go after what they wanted. Don't make the same mistakes they did. A lot of it comes from bitterness that they didn't do what they wanted. That they were constantly seeking approval and they never got it. Break that cycle.